Welcome back, and I hope we are all streaming together. I think we know what's wrong yesterday already. We managed to pull it off. Is something got to do with the stream key, if I'm not wrong. Oh dear, am I live right now? Yes, am I live right now? Let me just click on it. Oh yes, I think it made it. Hello everybody, good evening, and good to see every one of you here today. And we're going to start on our show for today. And if you are ready, just go on to the chat and say hello to me. And I know you are watching together with me. All right. Wow, I see Casey Mac. I see Leo. I see Kelvin. You guys are on YouTube. And that's the beauty of this technology. I got to see where you guys are really coming from. All right. And we have Williams. Welcome. And Charlene, Casey Mac. Yes, sir. Yes. Good to see all of you. Manfred, welcome back. Today is quite an interesting day on Wednesday. Pretty quiet, nothing fascinating, nothing like big news shattering, but I'm going to highlight to you the key information I'm looking at. All right, so Tabby is just on my table right now. Okay, stop moving your tail. Okay, so how do we go about dissecting what is important to us, and how do we go about interpreting the market? So this is the part where I really enjoy the most. And first thing first is to highlight to all of us what is the real big news that's going on today. All right, so welcome to all of you. Really happy to see all of you. Hey Ryan, welcome back. And Ryan is on Facebook. Now I finally get a hang of it already. All right, so I'm going to switch over right now to take a look at this all important chart, and that is the 10-year versus the 2-year spread. Now, typically what we do is to take the 10-year minus the 2-year, and if we see a negative number like this today, we are in serious problem right now, because that means that is an actual definition of an inverted yield curve. All right, when it produces a negative number. So this is exactly what we are looking at this moment. The first time round we got hit, that was in the first week of April. That was the first negative yield curve. And this time round, we are on the first week of July. Again, right smack, twice hit negative number, we are on negative yield curve. Now, what does that mean? It simply means that so far, all the economists who are on the camp that says, hey, you know what, we are on a technical recession or a real full-blown recession, and so on. Now, the indicator itself precedes 18 to 24 months down the road that a recession may or will take place. Now, if you count like 18 to 24 months later, that's exactly happening around November 2024, all right? 2024, that's 12 plus 6, 18. Yeah, around November 2024, which is just around the corner. 2024 will be the year of the presidential election. That's around 5th of November 2024, okay? So this is the first one that I want to highlight to all of us, that, hey, this is something we really got to look out for. Now, the second thing, oh, you know what? I can see, right, there's a, can you guys see there's like a QR code on my face? And then there's this thing called powered by Zoom. And, I've been communicating with the guys at Zoom. I say, we are a premium paid account. Can you please get rid of that 3 words called powered by Zoom? They refuse. Can you believe that? They refuse to budge because they, it's not worth our engineers' time to remove that unless you are high generating recurring revenue customer. Wow. I got to learn from them this word, all right? It's called, let me give you the exact words that they kind of blasted to me, and I want to make this open, right? So the exact words were this: unfortunately, we will not be able to approve the request to remove the powered by Zoom text for your account. At the moment, your account does not meet the monthly recurring revenue minimum for engineering team to approve this request. How do you guys feel, when you paid into a software and what they do is to tell you, hey, you know what, you're not a high-paying customer. It's not worth our engineers' time to remove it. So they put it there intentionally so that everybody know we are streaming from Zoom itself, right? So there's like brand placement, even though we paid for the service. Wow, this is fascinating stuff, all right? And that's the reason why perhaps Zoom stock right now is on a rebound, all right? We're gonna take a look at Zoom right now. Here we go, right? Kind of really, really interesting. And you can see it has bounced off the low. At one time, it hit the low of about $80, right? So from $80, if you come and track $80 with a movement to 120, not bad. That's 50%. All right. Yeah, that's 50% growth. So 80 plus 40 is 120. That's 50% growth from the rock bottom of 80, moving up to 120. This is Zoom, and that's why they are monetizing, all right? Because right now the product has become so sticky, it's really difficult to switch. And I have been trying to use Microsoft Teams. I don't understand who would ever want to use Microsoft Teams because it's so difficult to use. It's a nightmare to use Microsoft Teams, all right? So, yeah, there you go. I will have my that square box right there together with powered by Zoom. I'd rather see my own square QR code than to see the Zoom logo, all right? But they still refuse to take away the three words, powered by Zoom. So if you have your camera on with you and you're watching us on the desktop, and you can just try out right now, aim at the QR code and see where it will lead you to, okay? Yes, Jill. They hard-coded it, bad programming practice. Yeah, it's very, very smart marketing for them, right? And welcome, Kanan. Good to see you. Brandy, welcome. Yes. So we just covered on the inverted yield curve. And then today, the idea of the day, which I've been mulling over through since last night until today, and I want to take you all through this journey with me, is this one, all right? And here we go. These stocks could be like summer rentals where investors move in and out, right? I mean, we don't have to look like deep into it. So basically what it says is that, all right, look at the arc chart. Oh my gosh, what did I click? I shouldn't click on it. Let me just go back. Oops. Look at the arc chart, right? Arc K, ARKK. On the 5-day streak, it kind of went through a rebound. So this is the part where, we are seeing like Zoom go down, boom, going up, right? And then we plot it on the Yahoo chart, ARKK. Okay? So of course, when I plot it on the Yahoo chart, then we have to dive and really look closer, right? Do we have a big movement? No, it's just still flattening out there on a sideways movement, rectangular channel between 35 to 45 range, okay? So it's just ding dong right over there. Now, but the interesting thing is for Katie Wood, she has been like a magnet to attract money non-stop. Money just keep flowing into the ARK fund, all right, ARK ETF. And that's why she has the war chest or the ammunition to keep deploying, keep buying non-stop, right? But does it mean she has recovered from her down, right? So how do we tell whether her ARK fund, if I click it like this on a 1-year period, look at it, it's like from 125 drop to 40, all right? 125 drop to 40. So you take 40 divided by 125, that's 70% drop, all right? It's a 70% drop. And does it mean it's going to have a big rebound? So I'm going to teach you the step, how to understand this part. And I'm going to look for the opposite of ARK is suck. All right, we're going to look at SARK right now. Dun, 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 dun. SARK. Ticker symbol is called SARK. This is an ETF to bet against Katie Woods. All right. So if I kind of zoom out like this, and you can see the original trajectory kind of move all the way up here, and then recently it started to move down, right? And then what we are really hitting out on right now is that $55 to $50 range. Okay, it's about to enter back into my red box there. So these two we are monitoring closely whether there's a chance that there's a big rebound of her portfolio. Now this is the one that is becoming very, very interesting because recently Zoom has started to move, Teladoc has started to move, UiPath has started to move, and so on, right? So what we want to do is we come over here and look at the portfolio. Now we got all this software to kind of back us up. Kind of strange. I got a QR code cutting to my face. I don't know how to get rid of it right now. Okay, never mind, just bear with it. Okay, I will move a little bit like this here to the other side. Okay, don't poke into my face. All right. Okay, looks good. So now we come back to this part here, okay? Now, we want to just focus on the top 10, and of course, Zoom, we just taken a look at it. Now, the next one will be like Roku. She has been putting money into Roku, UiPath, Teladoc, Exact Sciences, CRISPR Therapeutics, Block, Intellia, and Twilio, all right? Now, we are also a client of Twilio. Twilio is a very, very good product. Just have to give it credit where it's due, right? So right over here, we say that if we look at just the top 5, which one has bounced off, right? So we are looking easily like Zoom, Roku, UI, Teladoc. Here we go. Zoom. And we just exclude Tesla for the time being, all right? Roku. And Path. T-Doc. Okay, did I miss anyone? I got 4. This guy 1, 2, 3, 4 plus Tesla will be 5. All right. So which one has the greatest move? So what we want to do is kind of zoom right at this part here, and you focus on the percentage. Okay. So clearly Zoom is taking the lead. The purple line Path is also taking the lead, all right? Close to each other, minus 56, minus 60. And the other two behind the scene is like light blue Roku and Teladoc, right? So Zoom and Path is definitely taking the lead. So if I take a look at Path on its own, P-A-T-H, right? So let's go to Path right now and get rid of all these guys here, and then we're going to have a better look. So it has bounced off from a low price of $15 right there, and move all the way to about $20, all right? So 15 to 20, you take 5 divided by 15, that's about 33% movement up. I mean, this kind of market conditions, if you look at a rock bottom stock like that produce a 30%, 33% up, this is like fascinating. So where are we driving this to? We are driving this to the fact that, is it time for us to look at rock bottom stock prices and go in for the steal, right? Is it time for us to look at the rock bottom prices and go in for the steal? Now, before we arrive at a conclusion about this interesting topic, of course, all of us have different viewpoints about this. Yesterday, just on the panelists on the CNBC lunch break, they were fighting it out. They call it the fake bounce. Some feel that the bottom is still not bottom yet. There's more room for it to go down. Of course, there are many, many interpretations. But if we say that we are forcing ourselves to look for one gorgeous trade per day, and that's what we are doing right now, then maybe there will be one perspective that we truly have to look at rock bottom prices right now that can pick up like Zoom, that can pick up like Path, all right? So which is the candidate that kind of recently satisfy and give us that really huge appetite whereby it kind of have a big bounce up, right? We're talking about rock bottom, bounce up 5 to 100% in one day. Ready? Let me present to you our previous all-time favorite that helped me make a lot of money. Here we go. We're going to take a look at Rivian, right? And it's in the EV space. Today they got a gorgeous news, and I'm not too sure I have a news right here. Yep, it's right here. Oops, click the wrong stuff. This is the latest news today, right? Rivian confirms it's on track to build 25,000 electric vehicles this year. I mean, 25,000 is like a peanut compared to Tesla, and it's like 10% of what Tesla is doing. But the stock price went up more than 10%, while Tesla is still struggling to defend against the short seller. So you get my point. My point is it high time for us to look at rock bottom prices and try to catch a steal right there, right? So this is the Rivian article. I don't have to go into it, but I want to see this. This is what I want to see. All right? So before that, let's identify the lowest point, which was $20. All right? Just take it as $20. And then at 20, it decided to move up to 30. That's $10 profit divided by 20. That's 50% movement from the low. How many of you feeling it right now? Can you just type into the chat and let your teacher know you're feeling it right now? Can you just type in, you're feeling it right now? Let me, sip some hot tea. All right, I want to see in your chat, you're feeling it right now. Oh my gosh. How many of you are feeling it right now? Come on, type it out. I want to see you on the chat. So we got some more students just joining us. Shane, Wills, welcome back. Jay, you're back. Christopher, good to see you. And you're feeling it, right? But the challenge is this. Either you already own it, you're stuck with it, and you say, oh my God, if I'm buying, I'm averaging down, or you're fresh, brand new, then you go in and pick it up at a low price, then of course that's gorgeous. You earn a 50% return in less than 1 month, right? So, I've been reaching out to new, novice, totally never invested investors today. Today, if you're telling me, teacher, I've totally new, never invested before, and I happen to be a teacher, I want you to get into the market right now. This is the greatest sale of all time. My God, it's so cheap. Everything is so dirt cheap right now, right, Calvin? It's so cheap, right? And we're going to look at so many of these, like on stock price movement, if you can get between 5 to 50%, on the option is 10 times of that. That will be 50 to 500%. All right? So, tomorrow I'll be teaching the final options trading masterclass that traditionally I've always been teaching for 2 days. That will be the final class. That will be tomorrow on Thursday and Friday. And if you guys are keen for it, just drop us a WhatsApp. Let us know that you're interested to take part, and just let me flash out. This is our WhatsApp number. If you're interested, let us know, and then let my angels respond to you and just tell us, hey, you know what, I'm interested in the options trading class. I want to be in the final intake. Then just drop us a message and my angels will respond to you, right? So let's come back to here. Wow, so many things to cover today. It's like, so I given you the idea, right? And of course, this YouTube series is every day I want to give you lots of market inspiration. Now, the next thing that we want to take a look at, we've gone through that already, and let me just switch over. Next item. Next item is kind of, it's really opening up the Pandora box, all right? So I hope it doesn't shock you. I better drink more water first. This is my favorite hot green tea. And here we go, all right? Make sure you are not in for the root shock. Here we go. Crypto brokerage. Voyager Digital files for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection. Now this follows after 3 arrows. Now one by one, the house of cards start to tumble down. All right. I mean, it's a very, very sad day because every one of them who became rich so fast, somehow they were doing leveraging. All right. And it's very well known in the crypto space whereby you can take part in perpetuals, futures, 10 times to 100 times leverage. Now, I come from the era where we take advantage of 10 times leverage, what we call using options, but we never trade on margins. In the crypto space, it's a totally different animal. Right? You put $1,000, they give you $100,000 to trade. And of course, in your mind, if I lose, I just lose my 1,000. If I make 100,000, right? So that's how many fast and furious millennials made their fast and furious money easily. But because they were able to make fast and easy money easily, each time they take on more and more risks. The moment this collapse, all gone, literally. And I know who are the people affected is because they are like already cannot be convinced to come back to the stock market. All right. So we are still very grounded in the traditional instrument of stocks. And then the only mixture that we go into is with options. Options is really proven like 50 years history. Stocks proven 200 years history. Cryptos is about 12 years history, all right? So there will be more bloodshed coming up. More and more. And out of all this bloodshed, the good news is Bitcoin still holding firm at 20,000 per coin, all right? So this will continue to play out. So that's another update today. And of course, the one good news that we have all been waiting for is this news that turned from good to bad. And what is this news? Why COVID strike again? Greater China stocks fall as COVID concerns resurge. Asia Pacific markets fall. All right. In fact, Singapore right now we are at the all-time high of the COVID-19 infection. All right. So if you take a look, it means that across mainland China and Hong Kong, everybody took a hit. This is like Hang Seng took a hit, boom, 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 right? Shanghai took a hit, boom, boom, boom. So what is the main reason? Because they decided to do a new round of testing again. This is like mission impossible, you know. New rounds of COVID testing in Shanghai have increased fears of further lockdowns for China, which will have a ripple effect on other markets, which in a way is a dampener to energy stocks. So energy stocks across board right now is negative between 1 to 3%, right? But the overall big picture, which I already covered with you in the previous 100-day inspiration video, overall big picture, energy will still move up towards the grand target of $150 to $200 per barrel. All right, just waiting for China. But of course, if China fails, then everything becomes what we call a dampener. So this is the latest right now. Some 11 cities in China were restricting local movement as of Monday, up from 5 cities. That's like, twofold, right? 2 times. So of course, everybody took a hit because of this, right? So we covered quite a number of stuff, and the latest one will be the JOLT, right? So I want you all to know about JOLT. What does it stand for? And let me just type it out right here. JOLTS, jokes. It stands for Job Openings and Labor Turnover Survey, all right? So right now, the signal is that we still have a very, very strong labor market. It's not like joblessness is everywhere, but of course, consumers are withholding their spend because things or prices have gone up due to inflation. But this is holding out strong. So, there's a camp right now that says, hey, I think because of all these numbers, we are still in for a soft landing. Not a hard landing, and may not even tip over to a recession. All right, so the market is confused. Every data point, they are releasing like sequential order and not in one big bang, boom, hybrid model punch you with the data. That's the reason why it's causing so many turmoil. Every single data point, sequential order leading to the big CPI data on 13 July and then plus 27 of July, that will be FOMC interest rate hikes. As you can see, this is the latest, all right? So just go and catch up on the article. I should not read that point, but today I'm going to show you a special tool on our software that I've been asking for, and that is, I want to know who is the new virgin big trader among my insiders. And big is defined as they put in at least $1 billion or more, and this is really, really important. They must put in more than $1 billion, all right? So I'm going to show you this interesting data, and this is found on our software. And here we go. I'm looking at Richard Cohen bought $3.6 billion worth of Symbotic, 9th of June, all right? At an average price of $924. And within 8 days, the stock price went up 44%. So we could have got in on the second day or the third day or the fourth day and took this right. Right? Is it true? So this was published on the 9th of June. That means we only will know about information on the 9th of June about Symbotic. So let's take a look at the 9th of June about Symbotic. SYMB. Ticker symbol SYM. And we go and take a look right over here. Look at this mama. And 9th of June. 9th of June. Holy moly. Let me tell you where is 9th of June. It's exactly on this second red candle here. Right? You could have got in at 12, got out at 24, 100% profit. Okay, so one more time, huh? Got in at 12, holy moly, and got out at 24. That is 100% profit. And I'm scratching my head, Clemen, are you too conservative this period? This period you should go all out and whack the market. And it's in our data. So can all of you please type in SYM into the chat box and use this as a benchmark of excellence, all right? A benchmark of motivation and excellence, and we encourage each other, right? So I'm going to type into the on the chat box. I'm not too sure whether you can see my chat or not, right? So go and type in SYM and use this as your benchmark of excellence. You can still find 100% profit return in this current dire market. All right? So, some of you are very new watching us today. You're not too sure, what is this guy talking about on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and so on. I'm known as the insider trading guy, all right? And kind of really upset with myself. I got this data and got blindsided myself, all right? So another example, let's see, can we find another example? Okay, so all these are buying Symbiotic. There's another one, bought into Accelerate Energy. All right. In 46 days, it went up 9%. Our data even can show you by how many days it went up, how many percent, right? Then we go up here. This one in 1 day went up 5.35%. And of course, Warren Buffett bought into Occidental in 84 days, went up 26%, and so on, all right? So the moment you spot a green box means the guy has really moved up, right? So we organize our data in a way that you can see, holy moly, where were I, right? So this is my thoughts about, don't stop believing trades. I'll be firing off tonight before 12 midnight, and I hope you guys can join me for that, all right? So let me just move this out. That's the idea for today, and of course, there are many things happening in the market right now. Let me just switch and just have a quick check. Any other thing that we got to be aware of right now? Everybody talking about oil dipping below 100 and all the energy stocks taking a hit, all right? So here we go. And I'm going to come back right over here and just do a quick summary. Today we covered quite a number of things, all right? Wow, it's really fascinating. We started with the inverted yield curve. We are struck 2 times already on the prediction of recession. We took a look at the ARK Innovation Fund, and we say they have fallen so low, is it time to go in for a steal at these rock bottom prices? So Zoom and Path, they have taken the lead to start moving up, right? It's not like big up, but it's important. And with that, we took a look at Rivian, another classic example, like more than 11% up today, hit the rock bottom, produced and delivered 10% of what Tesla has delivered, and the price has moved. As crazy as that. But Rivian is an anomaly, all right? I made a lot of money from Rivian, and by the time it started to fall, it's like, oh, okay, don't touch this guy already, right? Then, of course, we are waiting for the good news from China, but unfortunately, those guys really like to do testing. COVID-19 testing. I do not understand what's their love for COVID-19 testing. Why don't they just let it be? Like Singapore style, let it be. It is on you whether you want to take a booster shot or not. And Singapore is handling it that way, with a minister coming out to tell everyone, we will not hit recession. We will not be affected by inflation and all that stuff. Singapore will not enter into recession. Can you believe that? The minister is so confident. And of course, there's a junior minister, and really everybody just kind of scratched their head. How can you ever say we will not touch recession for Singapore when we are so small? Unless there's some monkey business with the numbers that we are looking at, whether internally or externally, right? So I think it's too early for a comment like this to be made. And of course, we went on to look at the JOLTS data, JOLTS, kind of give us the assurance we'll have a soft landing. And finally, I can still demonstrate to you 100% price movement in less than 1 month, and we have all the data. So go out there and start hunting for this data. For those of you who are subscribers, go and use the data. Don't stop and wait for my firing of trades. I'll be firing out the trades for don't stop believing. Ding! So 12 midnight. So right now I get into the momentum already. It's really, really good. Before 12 midnight, I'll start firing off the trades on this. And then you guys know how we go about bargaining the price for entry, bargaining the price for exit, and all that. All right. So this is my commitment every day until end of this year, end of H2 2022. And this is where we are. All right. So I hope you enjoyed today's presentation. Please get your friends, share the video and all that. Make sure you all get all your colleagues, especially those of you who have friends who are very, very new to investing. I think this is the greatest sale of all time, all right? This is the moment in time to come in the market. For those of you who are hanging out with me, I'm very, very encouraged each time when I go live stream, you guys, tune in, make the effort to tune in, make the effort to chat with me on the live chat. I'm very, very appreciative of that. Thank you so much, and we'll see you tomorrow. Now, tomorrow the timing will be a bit different. We have updated on the YouTube, so make sure you go and click we're going to start the YouTube earlier because tomorrow night and Friday night, I'll be teaching the final options trading masterclass. All right, that will be the final ever. I'm going to teach 2 days for that. And I hope you guys can make it. And thereafter, I'll see you at our next live event. Thank you so much, and may God bless you. Goodbye, everybody.